Innovative
comedy.
Alright, well, I'm Cool Ass Cam, the coolest motherfucker on the planet. And today I'm here with the homies and we want to talk some shit and laugh.
Hey.
That being said, make sure you tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and innovative comedy, or innovative.comedy. My bad. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture. Who I got in the building with me today?
What's good? It's Tony Grams. Follow me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. It's innovative comedy, innovative culture. We in here again Monday. Like, you know how we do. It's new time. Shout out again to China White. That's the homegirl. She doing her new thing. So we got a new co-host. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. She's been here before, you know her. Everybody know her. But yeah, this is I'm gonna let her do her thing.
Boom, boom, boom. It's your girl, Shawntanette Morgan in the building. I'm official like a red foot of whistle, Top Gun. You hit me up. You brought me here. This your fault.
Locked in.
You locked me in, okay? I am here. Miss China White, it is an honor to follow you and be your, is it the predecessor? Is that the person that come after?
I think
What
so.
is it? I feel like that's the right word. I don't really know a lot of words, but I know the ones I know. That's it, Cam? Okay.
I know the ones I
All right,
know.
listen, I know the
That
ones I
sound
know.
right to
okay.
me.
It is an honor to be Miss China White's predecessor, and I hope I do innovative comedy and honor and due diligence and do justice. We gonna get into it.
I think you're gonna do pretty good.
Well, I
You
think
gonna
we
be
about to do
solid.
a thing. I think we created something here, and I think this is a thing now. Okay, because I heard you making your little drops and shit, and now I want one.
You know,
okay,
that re-inspired me. I forgot I did half of that.
I just
shit.
feel like we should just say my name, and I should just go biu biu. Like I feel like that's the thing. You should be like Shawntanette.
I'm
Biu
gonna be
biu
like,
biu.
I'm gonna be like David Keith. I'm gonna be out here.
David Keith or Keith David?
I think it's David Keith.
Which one?
It's one or the other.
You talking about Kirby
It's
from
like,
Dead Presidents?
Money to blame.
Yeah, that's Keith David. Yeah.
Kirby.
Girl, my wrong leg.
Everyone in town knows I had one bad leg. This fucker grabs the wrong one.
Hilarious. I don't even know these voices that you doing. They just sound.
You done seen him
like
in
they
1,000
just-
movies. If you see him, you'll be like, oh, him.
Oh, him.
Yeah,
I'm a
he's
oh
all
him.
him. He's a oh
That's
him.
me
Definitely.
all day. You
You'll
know
be like,
me,
oh,
Top Gun.
him.
I'm gonna be like, oh, I know him.
Like, I done seen him in, probably seen him at a show. He was probably in the audience at a show before.
Right. I promise y'all, I live under a rock. But then I know faces and I know jokes. I will remember a joke from the heart. Be like, oh, I met you before because
Like,
I know this
you.
joke. You say, but
So what's been going on with you? It's been good.
other than this is a big deal for me. Like I've been wanting to be on something consistently. Like I'm feeling like I just need to talk to people on a consistent basis. So this is a big deal for me. So I'm not gonna act like y'all not a big deal. Okay,
Why, thank you kindly.
The
Thank you
brand new
kindly.
thing in my life is I'm on innovative comedy. Okay,
Yeah,
that's the
poppin'.
brand new thing in my life. I'm ready to share. I'm
And
ready
it's-
to get the people tuning in and watching and hearing what we talking about. And other than that, you know me, I'm always producing.
And it's full circle. I think just we
Yeah.
always work together, work good together. Just off of, like I said, hosting.
We got a
it
good
was like,
pew-pew.
that shit was always cool, and that just helped me get my shit together. Hosting just the shows and just putting me up with good people, and that shit was cool. So it's like
Same.
now it's like
and
we
I
back.
feel like I never tell you enough. Like having people around you that's on their shit keeps you on your shit.
Yeah,
and that's
definitely.
why it's nice to keep a good comedy circle going on and
Never not working.
a comedy culture. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Shout out Young LA and our studio audience. We
Shout
live.
out to the homies. D Major in the building. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, who's in the back?
DJ
DJ Punch in the back.
TV.
No, TV bounce.
Oh, you love
DJ
it?
Punch,
Oh,
you here? DJ Punch said he ain't in the building. Okay.
He said no.
He said I ain't in the building.
For
What's
tax
been
purposes.
up with you, sir? What's been going on in your life?
Shit, just grinding, working, this.
Okay.
Yeah, just getting it together and trying to do more content on IG.
I love how
and
black people, when we ask each other what we've been up to, we give
grinding.
a very vague answer.
It's vague, but-
Grinding, nigga, are you grinding on a skateboard,
Yeah.
a scooter? Are you grinding,
grinding
with money
peppercorns?
purposes? What are we doing?
Peppercorns in
Okay,
the
you
But
could be
in-
collecting
in his
stamps. I don't know what that means.
In his defense, he said working right after. So
working,
I think he was
like a job.
Yeah.
Okay, but
That's
he could be
right.
working comedy. I don't know.
Grinding, working, everything.
He not letting me know nothing.
Content,
Okay.
trying to be more active on Instagram
Okay.
and TikTok. I don't. What do you? That was one thing I wanted to bring up. Like, what do you guys really think about TikTok? Because I know we get numbers on there.
Ooh.
People can get numbers on there, and it helps you.
Right now, TikTok not my friend.
And I feel like it's not a lot of people's friend, and I feel there's a lot of fake. I don't like to use that fake news shit, but TikTok is definitely like one of the
I don't know
weirdest,
about
fakest
fake
platforms.
news, but TikTok is a strange,
Very, very strange.
and I say place because it feels like I leave the universe and go to TikTok and then be back once I get off.
It's
of
like
it.
it's like a portal.
Have you seen them people doing the? Thank you for the rose.
Yeah, the NPCs.
That I don't like that.
That's weird. And they making like $40K a month.
That creeps
doing
me.
that.
Listen,
Just being a dumbing yourself down.
Thank you for the rose. I will listen.
But half of them are going crazy. Like they did a video. I just watched a video
Are
on
you serious?
the dude that does Spider-Man, and then the chick, the one that made the famous chick, and they all kind of like had meltdowns because like you're sitting in front of a
'Cause what
camera
is real
acting
life?
weird for 7
But
hours a
it's
day.
people out there that kind of like soak up that type of content. It's like they're a sponsor.
Yeah, they do.
and
They
enjoy
got
that type
millions
shit.
of views.
So it's a market for that, right? So if they making money, getting the millions of views, that means it's millions of people that's watching this shit, or just maybe let's say thousands that's watching it over and over and over again on repeat, because that's the way TikTok kind of just let the videos go.
And
Once it's
that's
done, it
what
start
I
over
can't
again.
Get jiggy with, because listen, this ADD that I'm blessed with, it doesn't allow me to do the same thing over and over
Nah.
again.
And a lot of that
Lucky
shit
you
is
quit
fake.
it
But
twice, okay?
I've seen a lot of like doctored AI videos that people think are 100% real on TikTok. Even Joe Rogan is like suing MSNBC for like $30 million because they posted a TikTok of him endorsing Kamala Harris when he literally was on the show talking about how Gabby Toast? I forgot her name, but she was a presidential candidate from Hawaii, and she's like a woman of color, everything, and she was in the war, and she's against war. She's like, she had a lot of good, and she annihilated Kamala in a debate years ago, and they never talk about that. So he brought that up and was talking about how good of a candidate she was, and MSNBC edited it and like made it like he was talking about Kamala, and posted it. And then once he like was like, I didn't say this shit, and they took it down. Now he's suing them. But the fact that TikTok would post that, you see what I'm saying? It's their whole, seems like their whole platform is kind of geared to just not realistic fake shit of just whether it be actual news, whether it be videos of street shit or space or any. It's just very. It's a lot of like flat Earth shit. You see what I'm saying? Like you said, it's like another dimension type for I think people that like get made fun of in other places. And then when you go to the comments to be like, yeah, I know somebody everybody's like, I knew it was real. And as I was dealing with this chick, and I only had TikTok because of her. She was like, get it. She was pretty crazy. And
she was crazy.
She was crazy as shit. She was like bad shit. She was bad shit.
What is bad
like
shit?
Like bad shit crazy.
What she do to be labeled bad shit?
Just a bunch
crazy?
of shit.
What was the last crazy shit she did that you was like, I'm done with this?
Damn.
See,
okay.
Okay.
She would like if we video called each other, she would record the call, then take screenshots of shit in the background and was like, what's this? So one day she tripped on me for like 2 days, like, that's a bitch's necklace. You got a fucking bitch's necklace. And I'm like, I'm at work and I'm like, I'm looking at the video. I'm like, what are you? And she's like, stop fucking playing with me. And you're just gonna keep lying. And she going on for like 2 days. And then she's like,
did you block her? Because I don't want her to see this.
Yeah, she's like,
okay, cool. Because I don't want her to know.
Yeah, she gonna come for you. No, she ain't gonna.
Oh my God.
So, but she's tripping. And as I look, she sends me another clip, and I'm like, where do you? There's no like, what are you talking about? And she sends it to me again, and circles it like on the picture. And I look, it's the fucking lamp. It's the string on the lamp dangling.
Shut up.
And she was like, it would look like, because it was a gold, like the gold ball. Like she thought it was a heart.
Like, nigga,
I was like,
you,
and I told her, I was like, you fucking dummy. I was like, this is a fucking lamp. And Shit
No,
like that.
oh.
Just, you tripped on me for 2 days off a lamp string.
Oh my goodness.
So that's just like one out of
Listen,
like
everybody, okay, mental health is real.
very.
And we should all go see a doctor. Just like you go get your back checked when it hurt, go get your mind checked.
Doctor said I need a bacchiotomy.
Listen, if you got more than 5 thoughts, go see a doctor. Okay, that's it. Okay, bye.
That shit was crazy.
Look, watch
5
this.
thoughts or 5
Watch-
different people talking to you at once.
Okay, if you have 5 different people talking to you, they're probably not going to all agree to go to the doctor. So just go with the one with the loudest voice.
But all 5 of them are you?
And I don't know.
Are
'cause
they
I've
different
seen a lot of
moods?
movies.
That's why I tripped off of the movie Split, right?
Listen,
I just
I've
watched
seen
it
a lot
again.
of
I just
movies,
watched it
okay?
again like last week. I love that
I've
movie.
seen a
And
lot of
Glass.
movies. All
All
right.
of them are dope.
I
That whole
don't know
series.
the name
I'll
of the
say.
movie, but it's this movie that used to come on late. Now, you know the movies that come on when you're not supposed to be up no more. This was one of them movies. But the man, it was this big, heavy set man, right? And these 7 people were in like a hotel, right? And they just started randomly dying out of nowhere.
Identity.
Like, that's the movie.
That movie is cold.
That's it.
That's a
that
good-ass
movie
movie.
is insane.
Man, the ending, all that
Have you
shit.
seen that, Cam?
That shit was, that movie
Yeah,
was
it was-
cold.
it was
Oh
like a
my
little-
goodness.
Spoiler alerts.
It give me like the heebie-jeebies.
That's
because
it, it was all
like,
him.
are you? Am I crazy?
It was just
Because
that
how
one
would I
nigga.
know?
A kid, a woman, an old lady.
Then the little boy ended up being the serial killer.
Yeah.
That's the nigga that became the alpha. I'm
That
like,
nigga
ain't
was
no
crazy.
way.
That's how Split is really good.
Ain't no way. I
Glass-
haven't seen Split,
Well, you have to watch,
but it reminded me of
you have to
Identity,
watch
and I wasn't ready.
Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. They're all. It's
Okay.
like a.
I will. I'm good.
It's like a trio.
A trio?
They're all. It's all 3 of them, and it's like once you see the last one, you're like shit. But all
Okay.
Split is especially. That's the second
You
one.
know
That's
what
especially
other
good.
mind movie was crazy to me? A Beautiful Mind. That movie tripped me out. Have you seen A Beautiful Mind?
Possibly once or twice.
So A Beautiful Mind, basically his best friend ain't real. He made him up in his head. One day he let the nigga babysit the baby in the bathtub. The baby almost drowned. They got to get a divorce. Ooh, earthquake. Okay, hold on to something.
Oh,
Get your
shit.
friends. All right. Hold your people.
We gotta shake
Yeah,
for
that
people.
shit-
Okay.
Crazy.
Oh, this is insane.
This is a biggie.
Call your mamas.
This is a biggie. I see the door swung open.
Oh my goodness.
that's-
Jesus be with us. Amen.
yeah, that shit crazy.
That was him shaking the
Okay.
house. That was him shaking, walking in.
Earthquake in the
Listen.
middle of the show.
Why
We don't do
why you stomping
earthquakes.
through here like that,
Okay.
Zaga? That was a dog stomping? Yeah, you think that's an earthquake.
Live here on the
we
Innovative
live.
Comedy
We live.
Culture
Earthquakes. We all
Comedy
we
show.
Checking, checking
podcast.
in. I checked in
Checking
safe.
in live.
I checked in safe. You heard
I'm
that on
here with
Facebook?
Top Gun.
So and so checked in.
Top Gun, we just experienced a 5.2 magnitude.
That
Can
was
you
probably
tell
like
the
a
people how you
5.4.
felt? Okay, it was a 5.4.
At least.
That was heavy. Okay,
It was a
what
wobbler.
in the Jesus name is going on
It was
in
a-
LA?
it-
All
it-
right,
it was a wobbler.
Look, my son calling me. I'm gonna answer if y'all don't mind, just to check in and
I
make sure
said, yeah,
everybody
no.
okay.
Well, this is live. This is what live. Hey, this is what
Is
we're doing. That's wild.
Hello there, sir. Are you okay?
He under the table.
Yeah.
He in the doorway.
You about the earthquake.
Yes, I am okay.
Okay.
Okay, I love you so much.
Your mom wants to know where you are.
I tell her I am live on the Innovative Comedy Podcast.
On the YouTube.
She's live on the podcast
On the YouTube.
and she's okay.
We are all okay.
Bye bye.
Okay, I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Oh,
All right, don't y'all do that to me.
Yeah.
Aw.
voice getting deeper. Everything.
Look,
I hear it.
I'm ready to go get
I
my
hear
baby.
it.
Young called it. We got a crier.
First episode. Let it
Listen,
fly.
I'm weepy.
Let it
Okay,
fly.
nice to meet you.
Nobody called me back.
Look,
That
man,
was
no check-ins. Are you
crazy.
safe?
I want to be checked out.
Are you
No
safe? Are you
way.
safe? Are you safe?
I'm so sorry, guys. I will call all of y'all. The next time something happens, I'm going to pick up the phone and call each one of y'all, okay? Because that is messed up. Here live, all of these black men are sitting here and ain't nobody called and see if they was okay during this earthquake. And y'all know if something happened to one of them, y'all going to cry.
Tell
so
'em.
y'all better call them and make sure they okay,
Tell
okay?
'em. Tell him.
Cam, make sure you cut that. Put, you know
the
what to do. Send that to me.
Put the womb with the wham in the
Put the one with the wham and the bam bam.
bam,
You know
boom,
what to do,
boom, boom,
Cam.
bop, ba, boop.
You know what to do. D Major got to call his mama.
Oh, look,
unless he
somebody
calling his
checking
mama.
in.
But I also want to tell you, gentlemen, y'all also ain't picked up the phone and called nobody either.
Yeah,
So,
ain't nobody gonna check on my funky ass. I'm good. Like, I'm good. They gonna call like, what happened? Somebody just gonna call and go, what happened? That's when people don't even care about you. They just go, what
People
happened?
probably going crazy on Facebook. Like, was that an earthquake? I hate the was that an earthquake post. Like, we know, okay?
Yeah, like it wasn't a big truck going by, nigga. Just,
Damn, I hear
know.
sirens and shit outside now. So some shit
real?
got fucked
Hey.
up.
They said that shit was supposed to happen.
today?
When?
No, they said the last earthquake that happened in Bakersfield.
Yeah,
They said
that was
leading up
a.
to something bigger.
Oh,
You
wow.
on- oh, okay, you on live. I'm like, why you
That
got
was
this?
crazy.
I'm like you, nigga. You
Cam.
cool ass Cam.
I've been wanting to ask you this the whole time. What you been up to? What's new with you?
More podcasting.
More podcasts?
I think that's what's
Okay.
new. Definitely slowed down for a little bit, took a little break. But,
Yeah.
you know, innovative comedy ain't never went nowhere.
Ain't never went nowhere. Big, big, big.
Yeah.
We consistent.
Keep on grinding.
Baby.
This is episode 140,
One.
141, 141. Boom, boom, boom. We in
I
the
think
building.
We took
Okay.
a little break. I think what was
That-
like a month. We took a month off like earlier this year. A couple because I took a couple weeks off and then he
Yeah.
had to work, and it was just like, or just we didn't get a guest. I needed that break too. That was like a mental recharge. Just,
I feel like everybody should do like a mental break.
and when you have to be self aware of it,
Yeah.
and a lot of people aren't. I just felt it like it was a lot going on. I was
Yeah.
getting into a lot of
I
it.
was just about to say that. Like sometimes it just be too much going on and you
And
just be
yeah.
like, pause.
And it's like just to be in a different
Let's
environment.
stop.
You don't want to be in a different environment. Not that like, oh, that move's gonna make you do something, but it's like that version of you ain't for this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to sit across from somebody and have a conversation that's supposed to be cool or interesting. And I'm just feeling like it ain't like I feel weird about them or the people around me. It's like I just feel weird.
I just feel
So
weird.
like
within
I just need to
myself.
I just need to.
I'm not gonna lie. I
chill.
thought about it because it's a lot going on in my life personally right now, and I was like, dang, but this the homie Top Gun, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I completely forgot that today was today, and I'm like, damn, I gotta still show up because the person that I'm having these feelings about, they would have wanted me to still show up. You know, they would have wanted me to keep going. They would have wanted me to do my thing. So that was my deciding factor. And that's when I hit you up like, hey, we still on to do this. Because if you would have told me we was going to reschedule, I was going to get back in my bed and cry. Okay, that's just where I was at today, right? Yeah. But now that I'm here and I'm doing it, I realize this is what I needed more than that. Because I've grieved, I've let go, and now it's time to keep pushing. Because at the end of the day, like I said, this person would have wanted me to. So, yeah. It's different.
Want to shout them out? Want to give them?
Yeah, shout out to my cousin, my little tink, Shawntanette Johnson. May she rest in
R.I.P.
peace. Life gonna be weird without you. I was telling somebody like, who gonna turn up the party now? Like,
It's always like the nicest or the energy that gets taken away. It's never the
like the
bad
literal
people.
life of the party, and it's like, what are we gonna do now without you? We about to sit up here looking at
gotta
each
keep
other
going.
like fucking cuckoos. Like,
just
what
keep
is
going.
about to happen? I'm probably not gonna show up to no more family functions. They already know. I said it here live. I told y'all. Okay, it's just I don't know what to do now because it's. I don't know. It's been different for me. I done lost two of my like close cousins. Yeah. And you know, we have cousins and we have distant cousins and cousins
but
we don't
people
talk
that's
to.
like sisters or
yeah,
brothers.
but it's like
they cousins, but they like more
I
like
talk
siblings.
to you every other
Yeah.
day. Like, what are we talking
you grew
about
up
right
together,
now? Like,
like-
I was literally about to call you. Where are you at right now? You're not answering your
that's
phone.
always when it's rough too. Like, when
Yeah.
like I just either talked to you the other day or something where it was like, oh yeah, today we was gonna link up for something next week or.
And that's what it's like for me and my family. Most of us that she did talk to, we are like, damn, we just talked to her. Like, she was leaving one cousin house, going to another cousin house, hanging out with a friend. It's like, you really had no clue you was about to leave us and we can't even get mad at you.
And
like,
that's-
you really had no idea.
That's what used to scare me as a kid. I was a weird thinking kid and shit like that as a kid, a teenager, like preteen. I used to think like when people die, just anybody, no one wakes up unless you have like certain, you know, the days a day or you illness, but some people wake up and be like, you put your socks on not knowing that was going to be the last time you put your fucking socks on. I used to think that as like a 12-year-old, like that's
Same.
like this is the last
Like,
time you
that's
brushed your
insane
teeth
to
and
me.
said bye to somebody, played a game, played your song, or so you know it's. Oh,
Is that a dog or am I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I didn't know what was happening. I got
You like the
scared for a
earthquake came back.
I'm like, what is going on?
Earthquake came
Now,
back
I'm
and it's
gonna be
mad.
completely honest. I thought the earth opened up and something came out of it. I'm like, what is happening? Okay.
The earth opened up.
Yeah, that's
and
it was that.
something came
I
out.
watch
think
a
it
lot of
sound a little
TV.
bit more vicious.
I
than
watch
that.
a lot of TV. Okay, I
Same.
thought we was in Stranger Things. I'm like, nope. What is that? I'm out. All right, it
In
sounded
the
the
after.
same.
What is it? The backwards, the after.
I don't know.
I forgot what it is.
The under down. I don't know what it's called. I'm just scared.
Hey,
Okay.
Stranger Things was a shit. That was a cold show. It was like watching a movie every episode.
Right, I'm waiting for them to come out with another season. They take it forever.
crazy
They
how she
killed
just
one of
grew up
my
so
favorite
fast.
characters and then
Yeah.
just stopped. Like, what are we doing? Okay, is he coming back? Is he not coming
Most
back?
everybody comes
Because if he
back.
don't come back, I'm not coming back.
See, Robert
That's my
Downey
thing.
Jr. just came back, so I mean,
I did. I
we
don't
watched
know if
him
I
get
like
cooked.
It.
He got cooked like a overcooked hot pocket in the
I
last.
don't
Avengers.
know. Shut
and
up.
he back as Dr. Doom, one of the most diabolical
Not a
this side of the
Hot
Mississippi.
Pocket. I don't know if I liked that they made him a bad guy.
But Dr. Doom has like been the shit since that day.
Right.
Dr. Doom like the nigga that probably sent Thanos or either like Galactus, them type nigga. It's a lot of I was a big comic. You remember I was always in
What's
the
up?
comics.
You know, I see you.
I was always in the comics and shit. You remember I think when I did the Christmas show and I gave away some like limited edition comics to some kids, like some Spider-Man number like.
I be wanting to get into that, but not like read them.
Yeah, some
I
of
just
'em-
be wanting to be in the mix when people be trading them. Like I think I want to run like a comic trade
That's
show or
smart.
something.
And a lot of
'Cause-
them I just got from my childhood.
Whoever
This shit
said
I
that's
read
smart,
years
it's
ago.
done. All I needed was one person to agree. You know me, Top Gun. You
Hey,
want to host it? Look,
I did security for a card to like a convention.
Top, you want to host
Hey,
it?
you
we'll
know,
have a
give me
Pokemon
a
game
microphone.
going and everything, nigga. Y'all want to come
Gotta
play
catch them all.
Pokemon, nigga?
Some
Come
Yu-Gi-Oh.
on.
We gotta have a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament.
Come on. I just want to have people. I just want to have
Yugi.
things
Hello,
for people
Yugi.
and bring people together.
Seto
That's all I
Kaiba.
do.
Pegasus.
I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh.
I liked Yu-Gi-Oh better
I
than
liked
Pokemon.
the cartoon.
I never got into Pokemon.
What about Digimon?
I rarely got it. I watched it
Digital
more than
Monsters,
Pokemon, but I
Digital.
still. I was a little older at that point too.
shit? You remember that shit? She knew the song and everything. Look,
I didn't like Digimon, but I knew I liked the theme song.
Hey, look.
I used to watch
right.
Ultimate Muscle. That was
So
on that
from
Digimon.
childhood,
Song.
it was so many
hilarious.
like shows where I didn't like the show, but I liked the intro music because it was always the intro would start and I get ready to change the channel. Like I'm about to see what else is on. You flipping channels between.
I liked
different
Yu-Gi-Oh
shit.
too, though. Yu-Gi-Oh was cool to watch. Like I liked when he turned into like from the little boy to the man, and it was like this is dope. Like I can't keep up with it because of the time that it come on. I'm ready to go outside and play, but you know it was nice.
What was one of the classic TV show themes that like you
Themes or-
theme songs that you always you couldn't
Ooh.
wait until that show came on.
Oh, you Batman.
I liked the Pokemon theme song.
Gotta catch 'em all.
I really like the whole
everything.
I wanna be the very best. Like that's my shit.
You was just in front of the TV,
I don't know
like-
what time that is, like what genre of music age that is, but I like that genre of music. Okay, but I like that one. I like the Kim Possible theme song.
I never watched it.
That's okay. I like
That's the
theme
thing.
song.
Growing up, I never got into Disney,
I like Jet Jackson.
and I never
song.
got.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched a
Remember
little
Jet Jackson
Nickelodeon.
theme
Let's not
song?
get into Disney. Because
Yeah, I was more of
I'm
a-
Disney
all that
child.
shit.
I just watched Rugrats and
But I'm saying even from that era too.
and
it
Doug.
was
Nigga.
I watched Doug on nigga, but I didn't watch a lot of nigga. I was
like the
more into
original
anime.
Doug. I didn't like the new Doug.
Anime fucked my head up early in the late '80s, so
I feel like I
cartoons were
liked
too
the Doug
kiddie.
theme
Even though I
song.
was
you
still a
watching like
kid.
Vampire D and shit like that?
I was like Akira and Ghost in the Shell and just countless fucking shits. I don't even know the name because some of them was in subtitles and it just
shaking
wasn't.
Hilarious.
I didn't feel it. I didn't feel anything.
No, don't play with me.
The water not shaking in my bottle, so no, I don't think so.
Don't
I think
play with me.
Cam,
Not the
Cam
water
over
not
here,
shaking in my
Karen
bottle.
over like,
Like holding on to the
Cam
seat.
like, nah, man, hold on.
What's
He
happening?
about to take off from behind the table. He gonna be
On
like,
everything. But yeah, it was so many like classics back then. like Gullah Gullah Island. Remember
Yeah, I've
shit?
seen that.
I
Oh,
remember Gullah
Ghost
Gullah
Rider.
Island.
What about
I don't
Ghost
remember
Rider?
ever watching Gullah
Captain
Gullah
Planet?
Island or it
Captain
being on my
Planet was
TV.
classic.
Camp Candy.
I liked Captain Planet.
You remember Camp Candy?
I liked that.
John Candy's cartoon, Camp
Yeah.
Candy.
I don't remember Camp
That was
Candy.
hilarious. Goat Ronin Warriors.
That was more like some 80s
You know
shit
what
that
I used to
came out on
love?
USA Network, wasn't it?
It was like early 90s. I was watching. It was like 94.
I remember like Life
I
with
watched
Louie.
Camp Candy.
Shit
that
like
was
that.
like that was like
Louie
93.
good. Life with Louie was
Eat
good.
the Cat.
No, wait, hold on, y'all. Y'all know what
Bobby's
I used to
World.
love? The Jackie Chan Adventure Show. Do y'all
Yeah, that was
remember
pretty good.
Okay, I felt like I was the only
That
one
shit
at home
didn't have
watching
nothing
that.
on Hong Kong food though.
What
That
about
was
Double
the shit.
Dragon?
The American Dragon,
they
Jake Long?
No, Double Dragon. There was a
Okay.
video game.
That's
that
another
they made
theme
into a
song
show.
I like.
I remember the movie Double Dragon.
Dude, I watch it every now. I watched it like a couple months ago. I watch it every now. I just put it on.
Yeah.
It was
Shut
so
up.
bad. It was
Somebody in my chat just sent us the whole lyrics to the Gullah Island theme song. Y'all don't really hear somebody
And
with
break
that.
Let It Be
Play
Broke.
together.
Somebody done really like y'all done touched one with that. Y'all remember oh no, y'all said y'all didn't watch Disney Channel. I was about to say
Yeah, I really didn't watch shit on Disney.
the what was that like
I was
the
like,
Otter? I
the most
forget.
Nickelodeon-
PB&J Otter. I forget the name of the cartoon.
PB
though.
and J.
That was their names. I used to like that
wild.
show.
I remember Cousin Skeeter.
And then it was this show called Roly Poly Oly. I
Cousin-
used to like.
Cousin
Probably
Skeeter
too
was
old to
pretty
be
good.
watching it, but I liked the theme song. Cousin
I
Skeeter
think-
was dope.
Cousin Skeeter was good.
Cousin, you look like a Nickelodeon kid.
Definitely.
Nickelodeon kids was different than Disney.
Yeah.
I like no.
It was
like
like
it.
because we was
I like
like
the-
Y'all
I
was
felt we was
bad.
outside. We was outside.
Nickelodeon kids
We was
bad
riding
as
bikes.
fuck.
We was riding bikes in packs. We was the niggas that come riding down your street. If you want to ride with us, just
Listen,
come out.
what?
And
I was in the house
We
watching
literally go
Disney
down
Channel.
streets picking up other kids until we like 20 deep.
Wherever all the bikes is at, whatever house. all
That's
the
where
bikes
we
is
at.
That's where you knew it was
That's the
cracking at.
Nickelodeon
Y'all really
kids.
outside
We
acting
and
like
then
Hey Arnold.
Once it's like 5, we have a water balloon fight or something, or like we got
See,
the Super Soakers.
I wasn't
It's
into
like, oh,
none
this
of that.
nigga got the
We
Sega
use-
Genesis. This nigga got the
Yeah,
Super
exactly.
Nintendo over
Bro,
here.
What?
real shit. We
My mama would
utilized
have
the
hated
whole
Top
block.
Gun if he would have lived on my block.
Hey.
She'd have been like, tell that little boy stop coming over
Hey,
here.
I'm like the block captain. I was like, I go to Jason's house, him and his brother Jared, and we ride around the corner, pick up the other homie, then we ride back. The other homie, he just got out of school because he on track. You know, whatever,
But
because LA
wait,
got track schools. So
Why the
half
only
of them
child
be
in
out.
me is
Yeah.
the only child in me is like, oh, that sounds so fun.
I'm the only child. Same, I'm the only child.
No, but I was the
I
only
was-
child and lived on a block with no nigga. It was
Oh,
no
no,
boys
no
on my
other
block. It
kids,
was just
yeah.
me and a bunch of girls.
Yeah.
And I was like, they was looking to me to do
See,
the
and
fun
then on
shit.
our
And I'm
block-
like, we going right here.
on
Okay,
our
this
block,
is
it
where
was
we
maybe
staying at.
like
We safe.
It was like the homie's little sister and the other homie's like little sister. And
That
but we
sound
were all
fun.
playing football.
That sound like something I want to
and
get
just
into.
water fights and ice cream truck, donut
We're over
truck.
here reminiscing.
Man, that shit
right
was fun. That was like 93, 94. That was when the
Nene
big
said,
earthquake hit. That
Nene
was when the
said
big
y'all
earthquake.
wasn't outside
Yeah.
and y'all don't know nothing about Phineas and Ferb.
Man.
They
Yeah,
really don't.
I really
they
don't.
really don't.
I
they
really
like, what
don't.
you talking
I'm
about?
gonna have to get on
Phineas-
Tubi and watch
There's
all this shit.
104 days
I got
of
Disney
summer
Plus.
vacation.
I got
okay?
Disney Plus. I'm gonna go
I don't
back.
think Phineas and Ferb is on Disney Plus.
It
Is
might
it on?
be.
I don't know, but
'Cause they
to me,
uploaded a
that
lot
was
of that
like,
shit.
remember
It
Angry
should
Beavers?
be. Oh, I do remember Angry
it, but
Beavers.
I don't. I do, but I don't.
Man.
I used to watch that with disdain.
That
Like I
sound like
low key
a-
hate
that
this
sound like a
show, but
porno.
it's so entertaining.
That sounds like a porno.
It
Angry
low key
Beaver.
was like that. Like no,
Angry-
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It sounds like
wasn't-
a style. Like if they go to get waxed, like that's.
I want the
kidding,
Angry
Give me
Beaver.
the Angry
You get the
Beaver.
landing
It
strip.
wasn't.
You got the bikini, and then we get the Angry Beaver.
Do you guys like any cartoons that's on right now? Like, be honest, as grown men.
I haven't really watched regular TV. Well, they just bought Batman back.
Y'all too grown and busy to watch
They
cartoons?
just bought Batman. The
I
animated
watch a lot of
series.
animated.
Oh, Invincible.
Watch
movies and
anime.
stuff
Invincible
like-
is dope.
Not
So-
anime. I'm just saying animated,
Animated
content.
Content.
In-
So-
Invincible is a good animated show on Prime.
You watch too many to name one.
I'm trying to think. what
Invincible,
would be
probably the
best
main
I
one.
don't watch that.
I don't know what
What
Invincible
about
is.
Invincible is dope. It's on Prime and it's like brutal. They be beating the
It's
shit
not.
out of each
I
other.
don't think it's on anymore. But I low key liked Adventure Time. Adventure Time used to crack me up.
I don't think I
y'all don't remember Adventure Time?
I've always
That's
been like a
cool.
King of the Hill.
Yeah, all that. I
Family Guy.
fell out
Like
of
I
that.
watch all that shit.
Y'all look
you
like
know?
them.
I
kind
fell
of
out of that
cartoon guys.
phase though. Like I think I stopped watching TV. I was just more on YouTube. I just kind of watched my own shit, not my own, but I make my own
It's
algorithm.
this
of shit
show.
to
I
watch,
can't think of
so.
the name of it right now, but it's a tall bird and a little small raccoon like looking thing. They funny as fuck.
That
I
sounds
can't think
funny.
of their names right now, but they funny.
I
And they work
remember-
in like this recreational park, and they all live together with this gumball machine, and it's funny. I don't know what the name
That
of it
sounds
is,
like a Mystery Science
but
Theater.
it makes me laugh.
That sounds just like Mystery Science
It
Theater.
looked like a Mystery Science Theater, so I could
where
see
it's
how
like
you
it's a
got
gumball
that.
machine, and then it's like one of them is like a metal bird, and then the other one is like but they like narrate movies.
I
That's
can't
been on
think
since
of
the
the
90s.
name of that.
It's
no,
like
not,
they
wait.
like watch old movies.
Oh, she's saying she liked Rick and Morty. I don't know.
Yeah, Rick and Morty was
No,
funny.
it's not the
But I
Adventures
didn't
of
even watch
Gumball.
all of
I know
that.
Adventures of Gumball. Gumball is a cat, I think. It's not that. It's they the two of them, and they work
Yeah,
together.
but so yeah, they
I liked Aqua Team Hunger Force. That was just shit.
I don't think I
know
seen
what
that
that
one.
is.
It was on
Cam.
Adult Swim.
What?
Yeah, Adult Swim.
It was like all the characters was like
The
fast
Boondocks?
food items. Like it was a fries.
Oh yeah, I
and then a
remember that.
drink.
Yeah, I do remember that. I never watched it, but I remember the commercials.
Hilarious.
That was pretty good.
Is this a lot of what is it?
Robot
I
Chicken.
never watched the Boondocks.
Yeah.
I wasn't
The
allowed.
Boondocks was like the realest shit. It was just a precursor.
I got the whole
I
season
be
1 on
watching.
DVD.
I be seeing clips now. Like,
it
I
predicted,
see why I can't watch
It
that.
predicted
I see
everything
why I
we going
couldn't
through
get
in the
into this.
industry. We see in the industry. We hear about.
They make fun of a lot of pop culture icons.
and niggas that shit that's been exposed, but nobody wanted to say that it was real, but it's real.
He
And
said, "Dear
Nene-
Santa, you was a
Nene-
bitch ass nigga."
Hold on,
Yeah.
Nene said the Boondocks is like a black anime.
yeah, real shit, real shit.
Low key.
But Aaron Magruder.
It is.
And I remember, and the thing is, the Boondocks was a comic strip in the newspaper.
I remember
Like
that.
I used to read it when my uncle would be done. He would just give me the kind. As like an 8-year-old, 9.
Why
I
do I
remember.
feel like I
I
remember
remember
that?
reading, seeing that shit. I would say at least at like 10
But
years
think how much like movies and TV has been made off of like those comic strips. The Addams Family started as a comic strip.
old. I didn't
Really?
even know that. I didn't know that.
It started as a
This
comic
is new
strip, and then they
information.
made it.
But how many
you know,
people still
into
read
the
the paper?
cartoon and then the
People
movie?
we don't even read no more.
They had a live action TV show back in the day. I don't know
well,
if
they
you remember
still
in black
print
and white.
newspapers, so somebody reading them.
It was
Smart
a
people.
lot of them like that back in the day, but you just got to take all that into consideration.
Like, what's the last book you read?
The last book I read was dang, I can't even think about it. I was probably Harry Potter, to be completely honest with you.
I'm gonna get back
I
on
knocked
that
back
in a
one of
second.
them Harry Potter books.
I'm gonna get back on that in a second. I think the last one I read it was years ago. I had bookshelves and shit, so it was a book. It was called The Divine Revelation of Hell. And
Wait,
it was this
what?
lady, it was crazy. And that shit.
It sound crazy.
It was a lady. She was like, it was a Christian book, and the lady was like this, and she was like, God came to her, Jesus came to her, and in a vision, or when she went to sleep, and every night for a month, he took her and showed her what hell was. So she would tell people to try to like get people, and that shit was like the wild. That was one of the
What?
scariest. I read that shit at like, I think that was one of the last books I read at 17.
I could see why I would stop reading books
And,
after
like,
that.
shit, it is like I'll like look, I'll research shit.
What did
but
you just get me
shit,
into?
I remember reading that shit. I read it probably in like 2 days, the whole book, and that shit was
What?
like. And she was like, she was even scared to go back to sleep, and she was like, I was a Christian. She's like, I still am, but I was just so. Like, why are you doing? She was like, because it was scary. Just she saw what the different levels of hell, and it was just what she was describing. That shit scared the dog shit out of me. But I was like, I've been getting back on just buying different shit. Then I'm gonna get on like random books and shit just to, because I read everything. I would read crazy shit, but I would read others like novels.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been trying to read my Bible because I just been like, I shouldn't finish a whole series of books without reading a book that I feel like is important to know something about. So I've been trying to knock back them stories, and I'm gonna be honest with you, they've been crazy to me. Like,
I
wow,
was
these
into a
are
lot of-
insane. Like, Cam, I'm gonna just tell it to you like a story. It's a nigga in the Bible where he was in love with this lady, stole her from her husband, got her pregnant, sent her husband off to war so he could die, so he could marry her, then had babies with her. Then the baby had sex with the other baby. The mama got depressed, wanted to kill herself. Like, I'm like, this is a Zane novel. What are we talking about, Jesus? This is crazy.
Zane.
Who wrote this?
This is
Eric
a
Jerome
Zane
Dickey? This
novel.
is crazy. I don't understand.
Like Terry Lewis.
Somebody got a cousin or uncle or
Like
something like that
what?
somewhere out there right now that done that same exact shit.
What?
And so that's why when we talk about
exists.
these stories
I'm
that's in the
looking at
Bible,
myself in the mirror
you
like,
know,
God, I would never. So I could see how you could choose.
it just goes to show that the shit that's happening today been going on for years.
It ain't
It's just
nothing.
human nature is people, and if people like
other
that have
story,
that
Cam.
mindset,
I read this other story. I swear I went back and read it 3 times because my mind was like, I can't believe what this is trying to get me to believe. But it basically said that the townspeople was trying to rape these angels because
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I'm like, wait, I don't
read that as a
understand.
kid.
What did they want to do?
Because they were beautiful. They were
wait,
too,
what? But what did they want to do? I read it 3 times. They read the same way 3 times.
And they were in awe of them, and they just wanted. I remember reading that as a kid. I read the Bible. I read
couldn't take it.
every Christian book. We used to go to the Christian bookstore on Crenshaw and
I
Jefferson.
couldn't take it. I said,
Yeah,
Cam,
grew up
I said, I read The Coldest Winter Ever.
Hey.
Okay, this is the same thing.
But
Okay, this is
what I
the
say.
same.
It's a lot of
Samson
like,
and David and Goliath was
it's
my
still
favorite.
human tendencies like
Mm-hmm.
that still exist, right? But I feel like even back then it was even more dominant
Mm-hmm.
because
There was no regulation of anything.
no, not even just regulation. It's like people wasn't as civilized yet,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
They
and like
just-
you
they
say,
just-
regulation
They only
is
feared
like
God, and that's it.
right, like
Yeah.
the law. It was the
They-
law
so
of the land.
that's-
That's what
anything
I've been
else.
trying to read.
Like-
I've been trying to read so I can get a better understanding of God and who He is in my life. And the things that I'm reading, it's like, yeah, I could see why, He will forgive me. If He can forgive these people for the things that they've done, I could see why. And it's becoming so much easier to have that relationship and establish that because it's like, I don't really think I'm that bad no more. Now that I've seen the text,
Yeah,
I don't think I'm a bad person.
Half
Actually,
the people that wrote the book, they did some.
Mm-hmm.
I've had this conversation with my grandma and my mom and people like I've had people walk up to me that I felt low-key were angels and ask me certain questions like randomly and then just vanish. Like I'm talking about like turned around and they were
just
gone and everybody else was still there but them and there was nowhere. And I'm like just the questions they were asking me and the way they responded was like it was like a. And I've just always felt as long as the Bible can be used as a guide how to live your life. Not word for word, or I got to do this, what's in the book. But just, I feel, and when I told this person, I felt God will just want you to be a good person, period. And He's not going to punish you or send you to hell to burn forever. Like certain people would make it.
What I've been gathering is that He really do love us. Like a father figure. Like I really do love you and I want the best for you and I will give you a guiding hand if you ask for it.
But He still gave you a brain to make decisions.
He gave us free will, which I think was a bad decision, but I'm not here to tell Him what to do.
If I wanted you to follow blindly like that, we would all be born that way. It's certain things we already know how to do of breathe and hold your breath underwater and it's just certain
it's
things.
People, and it's a lot of conspiracies and shit out there, right? Where they say it's people that's actually trying to control that free will,
It's always been
you
that,
have
though.
free will to a certain extent because you're still being controlled and you're being boxed in.
Like George Carlin said it best.
You can only be exposed to so much and
The
see
old
so much.
comedian
You only
said
gonna see
that.
what we show you. That type of shit. Somebody ain't got their hand up. They hiding their hand behind their back. That's not what they want to show you. They gonna show you the shit they want you to see.
Like Carlin said, he was like, they say America is the land of the free. He's like, ain't shit free. You're free to make a choice. We're free to make a choice. Paper or plastic, smoking or non-smoking, working or fucking homeless. It's like you can't just be like, I don't want to work, and I'm still gonna live. Like they give you you're free to make a choice. You're not free to just have free will, but you're free to make a choice that we still give you. Then that's what society. I was like, that's the realest shit. That's what society. You can make your choices and still get between the lines, but what it is, either way, you're on the grid, off the grid. That's the choice you make, but it's still consequences to that choice. But with the choices they give you, you have to make the sacrifice of what you've given up with yourself, your respect, your time, your
time
energy.
Be the kicker for me. Like, what? How long you want me to do this for?
I've had
Forever?
jobs. I've had jobs
crazy.
where the money was dope. And I seen my music start to suffer of like I can't even go when I still did music and the studio was there. And I'm like, I just want to rest. I'm so fucking tired from working and I got to go right back. They paying me crazy and it's cool. But I can't, all I spend my money on is really weed and food and I sleep and go back to work and my money is up, but I'm not enjoying it. I'm just working. Like I was at LAX, and that's literally LAX was just I'm at LAX all the fucking time, and it's just I got bread, but I'm just watching Netflix. I'm killing the series game. I went through Breaking Bad and Sons of
binging
Anarchy.
the hell out of it.
And like a month and a half, I finished watching
king.
them. I was just rested. I'm in bed watching movies all day, and then right back to work and smoking. Go get something to eat. It was no real time to do anything, but that was the sacrifice. I got bread like crazy, but I'm a fucking robot. Opposed to the money I can take a little decrease, just a few hundred maybe, and then just have all the fucking free will, or just be a nothing ass nigga out here like acting like I'm doing it and just have nothing, and then be like, hey, I can just get by. It's choices people make of levels you gonna be at, and it's like it's on you. You just make your choice and deal with the consequence. And I feel that's the free will we got. Honestly, that's what you given. The
Everybody
choice you
got
given.
choices.
And like a lot of the stories in the good book is telling you a lot of the consequences that'll happen if you do what this person done, or
do X, Y, Z,
it's like learn from their mistake.
Yeah,
that's really what it's showing. Like
learn from yours and other people's. That's the best. Like you gotta definitely, and it goes back to what we were saying, being just self-aware of. When you like, I'm fucking up, let me fall back, or let me undo it.
Let me
like
stop.
maybe it's me. You're like, damn, is everybody tripping or am I?
Let me
tripping?
pause. Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait, because I don't like nobody. That's what I'm gathering.
Hey,
no, it's me. I need to go in the house.
Every time I feel like I'm tripping, I swear to God, it's like a shit clicks in my head, and I hear that it's a scene from Martin. Where like Martin threw everybody out his house, and Gina's like, "What's wrong with you?" And he's like, "What you mean? Like they tripping?" She's like, "No, there's nothing wrong with me, babe. It's something wrong with the world." And it's like everybody else.
Hilarious.
But that always makes when I hear that in my head, it makes me like, let me just look at myself. Cause I'm like, it can't be. If I'm like tripping, I'm like, damn, I don't like this motherfucking. If somebody at the bar, I'm like, this nigga, these niggas. It's like maybe I'm just tripping. Let me calm down, or I'm just.
Now that's a very thin line, because a lot of people do be tripping.
See, you see what I'm saying?
A lot of people do be tripping,
my
but it's
antennas
like,
ain't off.
Okay, my discernment is off. And that's what I'm starting to learn. Like, my discernment is off because I'm not able to decipher who's got me fucked up and who don't. So I'm ready to slap everybody. So, you just gotta
like Bernie Mac when he got off the train.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to weave in and out. Like, you can't just walk through and slap everybody. That's my movie. Okay. Talk about movies I thought nobody knew about until TikTok. All right,
said, I'm a tell mama.
The only
You bet not.
that movie.
You bet not. That was my favorite part.
Security.
So them niggas fought. He threw that nigga Chris Rock through the table. That shit was hilarious. I'm a tell mama. You bet not.
President of what?
What? North.
What states?
North. She was like, North, nigga. She was
These United States.
She was talking so classy till she had to say North. When he said president of what
knew
states.
that movie.
That's dope, but that's
I know that
you see
movie.
what I'm saying? And a lot of times, we know certain sectors of the culture. We wasn't into like the shoot 'em up, bang bang. You know what I mean? Hood story.
I'm never into those. I was full comedy. If I'm gonna sneak and watch a movie, it's gonna be funny.
I was kind of like an all around, all of it, just anything with black people. Especially when you watch older movies. That's something I noticed the other day. I was watching Great White Hype. They put it on Tubi like last week or some shit. And
not Belly though. I snuck and watched
I watched that
Belly,
a couple weeks ago.
But I
too.
watched that for DMX because that used to be my man. Child.
Everybody, but again,
don't get me started on.
I
never really had to sneak and watch a movie.
Yeah, me either. I had a VCR and a DVD
That's
player.
That's foreign to me.
My parents, like when I was a kid, they wanted to go watch a movie, so I'm at the theater with them watching whatever new shit that came out.
Hilarious.
Or
That's
she'll go see
so
what
you
she
was in the
want to
movies
see.
watching Soul Food with your mom.
I'll probably fall asleep.
Yeah, me and my mom went to see
at
Soul
some
Food.
point.
Definitely.
Nah, we went to
That's
go see
crazy.
Waiting to Exhale. I remember that as a
Mama,
kid at the theater.
Why
Like
you
when
took
it
the
came
words
out,
off
it was
of
like the
mouth?
premiere and
Why
shit.
you took the words off of my mom?
I
She
didn't
went
see Waiting to Exhale
she went
till I
to
was
see
an
Waiting to
adult.
Exhale, and me and Tommy Hearn's nephew. They like Tommy Hearn's people that like lived in our building, and we went to see Money Trains. Like I went with my mom, me and him.
Oh yeah, that one had that one
But,
scene in it.
yeah,
Yeah, Money
so-
Train with some cold shit.
Yeah,
I
with
don't
J
know what
Lo,
that is.
J-Lo,
Wesley
Look,
Snipes.
I still don't
Woody
know what Money
Harrelson.
Train is. That's
It's like
not
they
mine.
like robbing the train. They like one of them was a cop. I think J Lo was a cop.
I was watching it one time.
I ain't watched that movie since
Look,
I
I'm
went to
watching
see
it
it.
and I'm like, damn, bro, is this White Man Can't Jump?
Exactly.
That's what I was thinking
It's like
at
part
first.
two because they put them back in the same movie together. That was why it was a big deal. But my mom,
But then
went-
that scene came on and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh no, that's a
This
whole
is
different
not the
movie
same
now.
movie.
My mom, she
I
wanted
didn't
to
see
see
White
Waiting
Man
to
Can't
Exhale.
Jump until I was grown.
That movie was there. I
Like
seen
in
that.
the
I
past
was
couple
like,
of years, y'all, I
I
see
heard
White
that
Man
as soon as it
Can't
came on.
Jump
Oh my
for the
God.
first time. It was good. I liked it. I thought it was funny, and I think it's a.
It was a,
I think
it's a classic.
I think it's a low key good thing in my life that I didn't watch all these movies as a child.
Definitely.
Because I get to appreciate them now with my adult brain, and I see them different.
and you see very
Yeah,
the ones I
I
watched.
feel like you said Money Talk. Is that the movie with Chris Tucker and he pretend to be the man's son?
That's
Vic
Vic
Damone's son?
Damone, yeah.
I like that movie.
I went to see that
I
at the
saw
movie.
that
I
as
saw
an
that by
adult.
myself.
I like that movie.
I was like 16 and went to see that by
Hilarious.
myself. I would just catch the bus to the movie theater at like 15, 16 and just go. I'll go up to Hollywood and go watch the new Chucky Waterboy just came out, or I'll go see two
wasn't
movies in
going
a
to go
night.
I wasn't checking for Chucky.
I'm a horror. I love scary movies.
If
since
I'm
I've
gonna
been a
watch
kid,
Chucky,
like-
it's gonna be at my house with the lights on with my BFFs. We gonna all watch it together. We gonna be scared together, and we gonna spend the night. Let's go to
like
sleep,
all the
guys.
old school slashers.
Let's go to sleep.
I went to see I went to see a gang of Halloweens at the theater.
When I saw what was that, Paranormal Activity? Oh my
hey,
goodness! I
that was
didn't
a
sleep
good little.
for
I think
days.
the third one is the one that kind of creeped me out the most.
I didn't go past
that one was
one.
creepy. That shit was like
I did not need to
when
go
the chick
past
had the
one.
Xbox when she did the shit with her Xbox or something where it like lit up the whole living room. That
Paranormal
one was
Activity
creepy as
creeped
shit. I
me
think
out
that was
so
part
much
3.
that I didn't even like the parody. The parody with Marlon Wayans and what's her name?
Man, I just
You know her name.
I forgot her name. Ellis Tracy, not Tracy.
No,
Ellis,
not that one.
Terry Ellis.
She got a beautiful name that I
Elise.
always forget
Elise, not
because
isn't like
the lady, the sister from Smart Guy.
Yeah,
we know
that's
who
what
we're talking about.
Essence
Essence Atkins.
That's why I'm
said
like, I
Elise.
always
said
forget
Elise.
because I always be
I was
like,
like,
it's
Elise.
the magazine.
Because I was about to say
The
Elise
sister from
name.
Half and Half.
Atkins.
Half and
Make
half.
sure I
Half
give
and
her
half.
her flowers, okay? Because she's been doing her thing for a
years.
very long time,
And
and
still
I've
look
been a
beautiful.
fan.
Still
So the
gorgeous.
reason why I watched
She
the
would
movie
never give Mo no
is because
play.
I saw her face, and I'm like, oh, she in this with him. Let me see what they done did because I didn't know she did comedy, right?
Yeah, most of her shit. She's in How High. She
Did
ran.
not enjoy it.
Have you ever watched How
Scared
High?
the shit out of me.
You ever watch
okay?
How High? With
I saw
Redman?
How High.
She's
Funny story about How
She's
High.
Redman's girlfriend.
I just wrote an outline for a script compared to
That's
that.
dope. That's dope.
So we're gonna have to make sure we partner together and get the high parts and all the low parts together.
We're gonna
okay?
pop out and show niggas.
We gonna pop out and show niggas. They're gonna be like, these niggas make films too. Innovative.
But a lot of those movies, like you said, you do appreciate shit. I see shit. Sometimes now I relate to the person I thought was a bad guy. I'll be like, man, these niggas.
Let's talk about Joker because niggas are tripping. Like we
Joker-
do need somebody to
Joker
come and
had a
regulate
nigga-
things. I don't think you should have shot everybody.
Yeah,
but
he went a little unoffended, but Joker had me in the theater at one point. I even did a joke about it because that was like maybe year 2 or 3 of my comedy when that came out, and I did a joke because I was like in the theater at a point like, damn. This nigga is taking care of his mom. I was taking care of my grandma at the time. This nigga, he's like an aspiring comedian that's like hoping he's funny. And it was just like, he was hitting the clubs and I'm like, it was a point I was in the theater like, damn, nigga, this is kind of
so here's
relatable. Like,
here's
hold
the
on,
thing
like-
about the comedy specifically, okay, Cam? The comedy specifically. By this point, I done already opened the open mic spot. We done already did our thing. We already doing open mics, giving feedback and shit. I'm reading the joke, okay? I'm reading the joke in his notebook. The shit was funny.
It was super
okay. It was not the
his
joke.
delivery.
It was his confidence. He just had to be confident in the joke and tell it with a little bit more pizzazz and that swag he had by the end of the movie. If he would have went back into the comedy
just
club,
locked in.
he could have made it. He could have just locked in. But that was a funny
and then
joke.
too, just his brain injury, the injury.
Yeah.
That's probably why he would laugh at parts that weren't even the part where he's in the club and
he
he's
missed
laughing at the parts
he
that
missed
aren't
a
funny.
connecting part to bring the audience in and get the audience on his side. That was all he was missing. Get the audience on your side. Once they on your side, we can talk about you being suicidal. That's dark humor, but it's funny enough that
Which
we
a
can
lot
talk
of
about
comics-
it and we already like
And
you.
which a lot of comics all go through or all end up That'd be their demise. A lot of the legends that was either by accident or on purpose, and it's like they was just going too hard because they didn't
Robin
care.
Williams.
Yeah, he was like
Robin Williams broke my heart personally.
he had my uncle because my uncle's my uncle's a nurse, but he was a major fan. He said he had a disease called Lewy bodies.
I don't even know what that is.
Lewy bodies, like I guess it attacks the immune system, and pretty much similar. What he explained sounds similar to Parkinson's, like what Muhammad Ali had, where but a little worse. So I think what he didn't want to like. It was already getting bad, and he was like he didn't want to. It was going to get worse, and he was like he just checked the fuck out. So that shit all sad. It is like
I was hurt. I felt like I could have been his last friend. I was devastated.
And
I was young too, and I didn't understand. Like I didn't understand the magnitude of depression and sadness.
Exactly.
Like I was immature. I feel like I'm just now at 35 being mature enough to understand how can someone be so sad to kill themselves.
That's crazy
like,
because
I'm just starting to get it. Like
how you say that,
I see it.
I always, most of my life, I used to be like angry at people that would do that because I'd be like, you leave the people,
you selfish.
You leaving people.
That was my
that's gonna be more fucked up.
Look at it
with with what you did. That's gonna like fuck them up for the rest of forever. So and there's no coming back from it. It's always it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Like it doesn't make sense. You doing some it's I used to be like fuck that. When people would do that, everybody be like crying. I'd be like, man, fuck that. Like just kind of irritated.
I done had a couple of young ladies, and I call them young ladies because I was young at the time. I was under 25 and these people was younger than me. But I didn't have young ladies DM me and tell me like they see my videos and they see my posts and they feel so inspired and they've been thinking about killing themselves. And I'm like, I don't know what about me made you go ahead and tell me that. But we can talk about it. Like you can come here. This is a safe space. I know you don't know me from a can of bricks, but I'm here for you if you need me to be. And a lot of them still DM me. It's one of them that, we still talk very, very often where I'm thinking like if I wasn't afraid of strangers, I would go see you because like we done been through a lot of things, you know what I mean? And I'm always so transparent in what I go through for that reason because I feel like these things that are happening to me, they happening to me, but they happening for a reason. And if I don't tell you about them, then they happen to me for nothing. And that doesn't make a lick of sense. So I'd rather tell you about it, Tony. Watch out. Don't cross that street because the police is over there robbing niggas. Like the police is actually jacking niggas for chains, okay? Go around the block. They took my shit, okay? You saw me with my bling bling. They got me, okay, nigga? Go around. So that's how I see it. But yeah, I've had a lot of people express to me. And even in comedy, like that's what made me keep going with the Express Yourself open mic because I've heard so many people like trying to fix jokes about wanting to commit suicide, and it's like I hear you.
You're telling the truth.
I hear your joke
because comedy is always
funny,
truthful.
But I also heard what you said.
You saying some
so
real
come
shit.
here and let's talk about it. Let's express ourselves.
People always want to. They're saying it just to get it out because it's inside, and I used to get angry at people and then I never understood it. And then once I started going through depression and realizing I had depression from past shit, when my pops passed, and I just kind of kept going and never really dealt with that shit. And it was like certain shit would just trigger me. And then it was like once I realized and just other shit happened and I was just down like mentally for a while. That's like literally when I started comedy. So it was like as I was starting, I was probably in like the darkest place of just like everything. The only thing good, I was just taking care of my grandma. I had just quit working and I was just taking care of my grandma and start hitting shows and that was it. So, but at that point is when I was like, I still never like wanted to kill myself. But at that point I understood how a person could. Exactly. It's like I got to that point of like, damn, I see how niggas just check out. Exactly. But it's like I still wasn't. That wasn't on my option of like I'm never. That's like they say never say never, but I'm like that's. It was just now okay. Like I was an asshole.
I got there one day too, where I was like just putting pieces together because that's just what my brain do.
Same.
And I was like, I could see how somebody could feel like this and jump to that conclusion. I don't think they should. So what do they do to stop themselves? So I went one step even further. I called the suicide hotline just to see what would happen. I was on hold. for like 45 minutes. Nobody ever picked up the phone. Nobody ever did nothing. I was sitting in the open mic spot, and me and my stupid ass, I went and got on stage, started recording the set, because I don't know what else to do other than to vent and to let it out. And then it dawned on me like, wow, it's people. I was calling just to see like what's the setup, what's the protocol, what would happen in this situation, so I can educate other people. Now that I know, what are those people doing if that was really a person that's in need of help? They waiting for 45 minutes for you to answer the freaking phone. Never mind, call me. We could talk about it. Tap in, just Shawntanette. Okay, we can talk about it, because I don't think you have time to sit here and wait for them. So call me.
Hitting the open mic spot, and what I was dealing with, and like I said, taking care of family and dealing with like family that really wasn't about shit and other shit. And I would do jokes there that I've never done anywhere else or do again, because just they were going on at that point, and they would kill, and they would get good reactions and be funny, and that would just build my confidence to just do other jokes. But it was just venting still, because it was happening. I had good jokes that I'm sure I could probably revamp or rewrite now at this point, now that I know what I'm doing. But back then it was just, this is what happened in the last 2-3 days. But I'm like just piecing it up and saying it. But it is, some people are just telling you the truth.
Mine. I got all of my sets from the open mic spot, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, Cam. But I feel like you're the man to help me figure it out.
Like RBX is a narrator.
I don't know what we gonna do with
the editor.
But I feel like they need to be heard. Because one thing I've noticed about like being a comic, like you never know what's gonna inspire you from the stage. And sometimes that joke be better than something that you've been working on for 10 months. Man. And because it's in the moment, because it's a brand new feeling, because you just now
you got that energy for it.
You like, you know what? Forget it. Y'all about to get this.
You got that lightning going through you.
And it just feel like something just kind of take over you.
It feel good.
And you know,
electric.
you just in the pocket.
It really like 100% is electric. Yeah,
you could feel from the stage when you in the pocket.
It's like that Thor hammer. You holding that shit, and it's just I had the first show, I think it was like right before I came to start like just coming to the open mic spot, and I did a show, and it was just that one show, and it just everything was clicking, and it was like an autopilot. Like I was just like going, I was like watching that shit, but that feeling was just electric. It's like so when people get that
little small tight room used to go
that
up.
Shit was
okay,
fire.
What y'all didn't know is I used to be in there telling jokes to my damn self. It sounded so good. I'm like, nigga, this is beautiful. Okay, like, I used to be in there ready.
Practice.
That's why I'll be ready now to get on anybody's stage any day. They be like, where you perform at? I will do it here if you want me to.
She was shooting in the gym. She was really shooting in the gym.
In there like Kobe. Okay, what we talking about? Dropping them.
Said Don.
Putting them back. Okay, I'm ready for anything. That's why this my D Major, I got an official show DJ now. Bim. Okay.
Shout out D Major.
Shameless plug. Okay. Yeah. I done made it to a point where in my productions with Shawntanette Worker Productions, we have an official DJ.
You are listening to D Major.
Bim. Okay. And this fool be encouraging me to tell jokes about the most wildest shit that I actually do in my real life. And he's like, that's the shit that you need to talk about. So that's what I've been like trying to just wrap my brain around, like how much of me do I want to show the world? Because that's really what comedy is at the end of the day. You making an executive decision to say, hey, I feel like talking to you about my life.
But that's the thing. It's supposed to be all of it, but it's at what pace you put it out. Mm-hmm. So when you say like, well, how much? All of it, but at just pace yourself. And at what happens. And so it's like, yeah, this is this, but it's not like, hey guys, this is this. It's I heard some Indian philosopher dude say some shit before, and he was like, you have to suffer for one thing. Like you can't, he's like, people suffer, people want the car, the house, the money, the woman, the fame. He's at all of those you have to suffer to get. You have to sacrifice something for all of that. So when you're trying to do to everything at once, it's you pulling from everything, and it's never gonna, you have to focus that you have to suffer for one thing to get that, then suffer for the next thing to get that. Then it's not, you can't just keep, because then when you try to suffer at everything, is you just your shit drain. I
had to accept that, and I had to learn that the hard way. Because when I first started comedy, I had a clothing line already, making custom
I
hats.
still got
And
the
then-
pink.
Listen, see,
I rock it every now and then. The red and blue, the South Central.
yeah.
I still got mine at the.
So
I still got
I
it.
used to do that. Full time,
I should've
and I
worn it
was
today.
working
You'd
a
have
job.
to
I
all
was
that
a
in the
mom. Like all of that was going on, and I was trying to build a career in stand up comedy. Like nobody came. Well, somebody came and held my hand, but nobody holds your hand during this career. And I felt like I was lucky to have had that person, like kind of holding my now. The nigga, we ain't gonna get into that. What happened at the end of that? But the point is, when it started. And it was just about the comedy. Like I really felt like I had a one up on everybody because I had somebody that was already doing it, that had already went through all the dips and turns and woes and things. And
some people can't stand to see what the pupil past the teacher.
Top Gun.
That's all we're gonna get to.
Cam, you see how I tried to go around that, and my brain tried to be pretty, and I tried to delete it, and then it came out his mouth.
But
okay.
I'm just that's all. I didn't dive in. I dipped a toe in the jacuzzi. I just,
he said, "Let me see if this warm." That's what he just did. Cam.
Just
cozy.
And I dipped a toe.
But yeah,
it's just you. But when you
testing the water,
yeah, you doing your thing. You did your thing. People recognize you do your thing, and some of the people that recognize you do your thing are major players, so that people notice that.
And that makes confirm or deny.
Yeah, I'm saying, like I said, I met her like even like this. So since this is her first show, she's been on here before, but as a co-host, we'll just get in the origin story. I met her. The first time was at a Spotlight Sunday event.
Spotlight Sunday in Long Beach.
In Long Beach. And my homegirl, May.
But I want you to know you have such an iconic look that I remembered you.
And I had the dreads.
What he look like?
I remembered his face. Like, he's just an icon himself. I remembered him. I'm like, something is different, I know you.
I was an assistant at that. I was an artist assistant. I was like my homegirl. Shout out my homegirl May May. She do most of my tattoos and shit. But she was a graphic designer, an artist, painter, everything.
Shout out to May May.
And so she was the venue. That show was an all women production, or just women rappers and artists, and a women comedy show. And she was the host of the comedy portion. And she was the funniest person. It was maybe like 2 other funny people, and the rest kind of was crazy. But I'm talking about like they was like crazy, got up there tripping, like oh you took a hit of the pipe before you got up here, like tripping, like you just came in here it was crazy. But she killed it even as a host and kept going. And I just remember her and May May was like they exchanged cards, and I just remember you was just the face, you was serious. It's just like I could tell you a bunch of shit about business and shit. It was a cool just interaction. I didn't even say shit to her then.
Since I
didn't even say shit.
I
don't even think I didn't even introduce myself. I was just an assistant. I was setting up easels.
You was sitting on the couch or something.
I was plugging up
painting.
shit.
Not fucking up shit.
She was painting like she painted something.
She was painting live.
But I was like I was grabbing like chords and doing other shit, and I was just like, and she's the one that got me into comedy. She took me to the rooftop. No, she took me to the Sunset,
May.
The tavern on La Brea and Sunset.
Okay.
And that's when I ended up.
But then we saw each other again at another
show, and then I followed you, I think, from the Spotlight Sunday, and then I just started seeing when you started.
I feel like it was a Ronnie Raw show. That second show I saw you at. I feel like Ronnie Raw had a show.
Yeah, that was all because I would just go to shows.
It was in Long Beach too.
I would just go to shows at that point. I wasn't even.
Yeah, you was like, I saw
there.
you at such and such. You said the same thing, and that's one thing I like about you, Tony. One thing for sure, since the day I met you, you have been telling me about myself. At a time where I really needed somebody to tell me about myself, because you don't often get these gifts and be like, nah, I got a gift, I'm about to go take over the world and I found out I had a gift through other people.
Same.
Like other people being like, you really got something here.
But that's a good thing you ain't cocky.
Go ahead and do your thing.
You're confident but not cocky.
Yeah, I'm very confident in talking. Okay, just don't listen. I've been talking since I was 12 months. Okay, I'm confident in this shit. But when I got the mic in my hand, something was different. And I've taken it serious since the first day. Like first day, I ain't never like dipped from, this is the focus, this is the goal, this is what I'm doing. I'm about to eat. So
gotta go hard. It's just like
it had to go
and I just like
hard.
I said, me seeing that should just help guide my shit. And then like I said, you just helping. It's like some people's output is so like
then
high.
I had to pop out and show niggas and open the comedy club 3 years in. Didn't know what I was doing, but I'm like, this feels right. this feels like
Well,
what needs to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, Top Gun popped up every single day,
Weird,
faithfully, every day. Okay, we was open 7 days a week. That nigga was there 6 of them. Okay, I'm like, bro, do you want a job? You're always here.
Same way when they had us. Once I got the invite to come on here, and I was like, oh, y'all be at the. I was at the studio every day. I'm like, shit, this
Every
is what.
day.
And like I said, when you got to focus on one thing, and it was like I can still do the stand up here, but I just kind of fell more into this, and then it's like, all right, I'm still getting good shows, quality shows. That was a shout out to Clarissa. That's what she told me too, because I was like, I hadn't hit a lot of mics in a while, but she was like, you still doing quality shows, and that's all that mattered. And I was like, that's it, because sometimes I felt like, damn, am I not, but here we came full circle, new co-host, Shawntanette Morgan. It's innovative comedy, innovative culture. We're going to start signing out. So let them know where they can find you.
You can find me at Just Shawntanette. That is Just. Sean like Shawn Mendes. Ta like ta-da. And net like go shoot your shot at somebody today because it's Monday.
It's Monday. Find me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. Innovative comedy. If I make sure I got a show on the 25th, the Plant Plug in Compton. It's gonna be dope. It's like the vegan type thing. It's dope. Hey, y'all know the Plant Plug. Shout out to Plant Plug. So that's gonna be coming up the 25th, Sunday, 7 p.m. And tap in. Flyer will be on my page. I'm gonna post it up today. Yeah.
You done?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm Cool Ass Cam, the
finish it,
coolest motherfucker on the planet. Y'all can tap in with me at COOLAZZCAM. Tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and innovative.comedy. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
Innovative comedy.